Places, everyone. Places. Welcome back to another episode of Is This Going to Be on the Test? My name is Joe Burns. I am a PhD holder, a university professor. I'm the guy standing at the front of the class, and hopefully I can help you through your university career in this podcast. Is this going to be on the test? I need 10 minutes of your time. Like, subscribe, share, do those things that social media does. I don't know when you're watching this, but I'm recording it the day before classes start. And I wanted to do this because I'm going to pitch this to my 100 level classes tomorrow. Make college a dress rehearsal for life. I tell them that flat out. I tell most of my classes, but it's the 100 level class I really hit hard. Make your college or university time a dress rehearsal for life. Why? Because study after study after study after study after study, and what I've seen, what other people have seen, the habits that you create during college are habits that tend to follow you the rest of your life. I have a student, he's now a very good friend of mine, who came through the undergrad, came through the master's program, and is now a recruiter for one of the major petroleum industries here. And I have him into my classes to give his, what he calls his 3 B's speech, telling him about life. And one of the things he talks about is being on time. I have 5 topics for you today that if you're going to start making habits, these are the 5 you should start to follow. So I'll just start with number 1 since I got into it inadvertently. Number 1, be on time. I am amazed at how many students wander into my class late. And not only wander into the class late, I'm thinking if you're late, you should be kind of embarrassed and sort of sheepishly make your way into the back. No, a lot of them are, I've had students just walk right down the stairs into the front row, sit there, and while I'm trying to do something, they're unpacking, getting their lunch ready. Really? If you're late, you should be a little bit embarrassed and then make your way to the professor afterwards and say, I'm sorry, something terrible happened and all that. Or if you're just late because you can't get there, you got to look at it. Like I said, an ex-student who worked in the petroleum industry, he comes and gives this speech. And he says to the students, being on time is a lot of why people stay employed. And I have heard students make this statement to him, and I've heard him, myself as well. A student will say, well, I'm late and I blow off some classes here, but when I got a job and you're paying me, man, I'm going to be on time. No, you won't. Study after study after study and reality and things I've seen and a lot that he's seen. No, if you're a late human being, you're a late human being. So again, college, dress rehearsal for life. Number 1, be on time. My class starts at 9:30. That doesn't mean show up at 9:30. That means be in the room, sitting down, books open, ready to go, 9:30. Try doing that. I'm telling you, I can tell who's going to do well in the class and who's not going to do well just by how many times they're late and the attitude they have when they're late. Okay? That's number 1. Be on time. Number 2, dress yourself. Make yourself presentable. I teach a 9:30 class. I have taught 8 o'clock classes. And I get students wandering in and I know for a fact they're 10 minutes out of bed. This thing that people used to do has since gone away, but I used to have students showing up in pajama bottoms and Garfield slippers. You're just saying to me that I am unimportant. I'm only here because I have to be. I'm doing the least amount of work humanly possible. Will that work in the real world? No, it won't work because a boss isn't going to let you do that. You're going to have a uniform, you're going to have a dress code that you have to follow. Make college a dress rehearsal for life. No, I don't want you showing up in a three-piece suit and a floor-length sequined gown. But what I would like is for you to get up in enough time to take a shower, clean yourself, put on clean clothes, jeans and a t-shirt, fine. You can tell the difference between a clean jean and t-shirt and somebody who just picked it up off of the ground because they left it in a pile the night before and wanted to get up and get dressed like a fireman. Dress yourself. Make yourself presentable. Not going to the, Sadie Hawkins dance. Make yourself presentable. It's going to go a long way. Number 3, show up. Show up to class. Show up to things. Don't be too cool. Don't be above it all. I tell you, have you ever heard of a website called Rate My Professor? R-A-T-E, Rate My Professor? I caught heck on that website one time. My name is Joe Burns again, if you want to look me up. I caught heck on that website one time. A student stated that I can't stand Dr. Burns. He holds all of his classes. What? What a dumb thing to be upset about. Why is it a dumb thing? Because students are so happy when they don't get classes. This idea that I hold all my classes being a bad thing. I say to students, oh, well, we might not be able to have classes Thursday. Oh, thank God. Really? Spring break is coming up. We only got one more week. Oh, thank God. Really? Why is it that there's this belief system that I want to go into massive debt? I want to spend my life at this place. I want education. But I'm so happy when I don't get it. I don't understand that. Where else in life does that happen? Do you go into McDonald's and the guy behind the counter says, we're charging you full price, but we're only going to give you half of the French fries. Oh, thank God. Really? Go to a movie and the guy says, well, we're going to charge you full price. We're going to charge you full price for the food, but we're only going to show you 3/4 of the film. Oh, thank God. You're paying for this. Show up. I understand life gets in the way, I really do. But show up. Don't blow off a bunch of stuff and then look at the professor and go, what can I do? Build a time machine? How about that? I haven't been to class for a month. Is there any way for me to pass it? No. I don't think so. Number 4 of the things you should do, dress rehearsal for life. Follow directions. And I know what some people are going to say, but I don't follow directions. I'm a maverick. I think outside the box. Think outside the box at another time. The professor asks for 3 pages, write 3 pages. Don't give him 6. I've heard that thing before. If somebody asks for 10, give them 12. No, don't do that. We put limits on assignments because remember, I'm reading 30 of them. And I only want 2 pages from you. Don't give me 6. Okay? Follow the directions. Follow them. Because I'm going to tell you, when a professor is grading, if he or she gets a hold of that paper and he asks for 2 pages and you give him 1 page and then 1 sentence on the second page, beat the system. Something's wrong. He's going to start reading it a lot closer. If he looks and he wants a specific format and you didn't follow it, something's wrong. If he wants so many sites and you gave him far less, something's wrong. It's really going to start looking. So following the directions is a good thing. Plus, in the real world, it's going to get you quite far. Do what the directions say. Follow directions. Okay? And the last one, number 5 of 5, make college a dress rehearsal for life. You've heard this one before. I'm going to say it again because it's important. If something doesn't go your way, if you don't get a good grade, if, I don't know, what have you, ask yourself at all points in time, is this my fault? Take responsibility. Ask yourself, my gosh, I got a C. I hate that teacher. He hates me. Why'd you get a C? And the reason you got the C, is it your fault? Did you not hand it in on time? Did you not follow the directions? Do you have 1,000 misspellings? The professor did something and I dislike it. Did he do it because you were sitting in class with a baseball cap halfway down your head, constantly like this, and halfway through every sentence you went, ask yourself, take responsibility. If something doesn't go your way, ask yourself, is this at least partially my fault? Could I have changed this? Do those 5 things. It's going to help you dramatically in life. It's going to help you dramatically in university. Number 1, be on time. Number 2, dress yourself. Look presentable. Don't go out 5 minutes out of bed. Shake the cobwebs out of your head. Number 3, show up. Go, you're paying for this. Show up. Number 4, follow directions. And number 5, take responsibility. Always. Ask yourself, did that not go my way because it's partially my fault? Okay? And that does it. Follow those 5. Make it a dress rehearsal for life. I'm Joe Burns and I'm almost a minute over time, and that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Is this going to be on the test? And the answer? Probably.